All right, Black Bar Social Club. Same day, same hat, different shirt. It's getting a little cooler out here, and something about it is spitting rain, and getting that cold chill. I mean, it's first of November, and it made me think of Portland, Oregon, and it also made me think of the second unboxing of the day. So this is something I'm real proud about, or real excited about. Ship John is a Portland, Oregon-based company. Mike Elias. Now, mind you, I have Googled this stuff. I don't know any of these folks, and they haven't given me anything. But if you are in the heritage clothing, if you're in this handmade, if you're into that kind of stuff, you have probably come across something that he has done. Grew up in South New Jersey, and learned a trade, I guess, at some point in time. So I think from what I can tell, about 2006, he established Ship John, which is like named after the Ship John Shoal, which is like a lighthouse where he was from. This heritage stuff, whether it be shirts or wax canvas jackets and things like that, everybody's got their take. Everybody's got some take on that stuff. Everybody can get this particular kind of denim and this particular thing, and I mean, all names, all brands, everybody's got some flavor of that. You guys have seen me talking about a bunch of them, but some of my favorites, because a few of you have asked, talk us through your jeans, talk us through this, that, and the other. Well, in terms of jeans, you know, I've tried a lot. I've tried the Gustins and the Ironhearts and the Pure Blue Japans and the Okayamas and the 316. I mean, I've just tried a bunch, and that top 3-5 pair of jeans or makers is constantly getting challenged and maybe even replaced at times. And that's kind of what has happened here. I took a chance on Ship John because I just like what I saw. And I told you guys before, that's how I roll with stuff. I mean, I start by finding something that looks good, and then I try to, back my way into it. So what I mean by that is you find you find photos of faded jeans that look legit, and then you start figuring out who makes them and da-da-da-da, and what was the makeup, what was the cut, did I like the way they looked with those boots or whatever. And that's how I came about Ship John. I mean, I found this pair of jeans, and I was like, man, those are awesome. Those are awesome. And so I started looking them up, and they are pricey. They're in that couple $100 range, $250, $300 range. And I know a lot of people will say that's insane. Give me a pair of Levi's. I get it. I've got plenty of Levi's. But I'll be honest, and when I say this, it's a different caliber of thing. You're not talking about Levi's quality when you get into these Ironhearts and these Ship Johns. They can be the same weight, but they can be made better. They can be a different looming pattern, which means they're going to break different, fade different. Certain things are going to show up different. And then you get all the way down to the details that they bring into these. I mean, some people, use more artistic stitch work. Some people focus more on making it just rugged. And some of this stuff's a swing and a miss. Some of this stuff you looks good, you get it, and you're totally disappointed. Not the case with the Ship John stuff. What I do, and you don't have to do anything like I do, but before I'll spend new money on something, before I'll order something, excuse me. If you can't tell, I've been sick, so I'm struggling through just so I can get some stuff out there. before I spend new money, before I spend full price on anything, and just to be clear, Ship John doesn't know me from Adam. They haven't, Mike, the owner, they haven't given me anything. I don't have a discount code, nothing, my own money. But before I do that, I will look secondhand. You guys know that about me. I'll look secondhand for something. And a lot of times that's your way to get into a brand and see if you're going to like the end result, because that is something that I'm fighting through with this world that we're in. It is bittersweet. You want that faded pair of jeans. You want the pride of knowing you did that to that pair of jeans, but sometimes you don't have years and years and years to get there. Or you want the faded pair of jeans today. You want them right now, and you don't want to wait anytime. You just want to go buy a pair. And so, long story short, I will go buy a secondhand pair of jeans. I'll buy them used. I'll see if I like the end result. If I like the end result, I'll decide whether or not I want to go buy a new pair full price. And that is, to me, the challenge of a lot of this. And I did this with my Ironhearts. I still owe you guys a video on Ironheart jeans. I came out here a couple weeks ago, and I brought out every pair of Ironheart jeans that I own. 7 pair in total. And I put every pair on. And basically what I was doing is I was checking the fit. I was making sure that I still wear them the right way. Like, are they too baggy? Do I have a baggy ass? And are they flattering or not flattering? Are they too tight? Whatever. And I decided to sell 4 of those pair. So that's immediately 4 pair of Ironhearts that are up for sale on Depop. You guys can find them in the links. But so that's you get rid of certain things. You decide what your cut is. You dial in a little bit closer, and you go and you start committing to these things. One of the things that I did, I got rid of most of my lightweight pairs, which left a gap. It left a hole. I wanted a lightweight pair, so I ordered this secondhand pair of Ship Johns. They're amazing. I mean, they are amazing. The feel, the texture, the way you can see the threads starting to, and I'll try to do some uploads at some point. This won't be the video, but I'll try to do some uploads of photos of these jeans in wear state. And again, secondhand. I didn't do that to these jeans, but immediately I appreciated what I had my hands on. And I found myself going, okay, that's another pair that I'm willing to pay new money for. So that's what's in the box. So we've been rambling for a little bit. Let's get to the box. Let's open this thing up. Let me see if I can't show you some of the cool details about these. I don't know. This is not a big shop. Ship John is not a big shop. When they release clothing, it's they make a batch and that's what you get. And so long story short, if you like this, you need to go get this, because when they sell out, you got to wait on them to make another batch. It's not like they just keep these things in stock. They have a Wills jacket, this waxed trucker jacket that is north of $1,000. I wish I'd brought that up. It's north of $1,000, and it's Grail State jacket. I mean, people go nuts for this thing. People buy them and then try to resell them, which I think, by the way, I'm pretty sure I saw on his website that if he catches you trying to resell his stuff, you're banned from ever buying something again. So please check me on that if I'm right or wrong. But that's cool to me, because what he's saying is that he won't tolerate people trying to use his stuff to price gouge. So what I did, I loved the pair of used second-hand jeans that I grabbed, and I went straight after another pair. Now in this box, just a receipt so far. Better packaged. These jeans are better packaged than the whites. Boots that I just did that review on this morning. At least they have used multiple sheets of paper. Hashtag do better whites. I might have gotten myself another hat. So I mean, it's just, it's kind of cool. A lot of the stuff that they got there, I mean, like, look, look at the cap on that. That is turned, I'm trying to show you, I'm sorry. I mean, you can tell that's actually made in their shop, just, foam trucker. That's pretty cool. Stuff that holds up, that's their slogan. A lot of the stuff they have, they've got like little brass trinkets. I know they got boots there. They got jeans, they got shirts, they got jackets. I'm just looking through because a lot of people put, stickers and things like that. I want to make sure I'm not losing anything here. But again, it's better packaged than that pair of boots. I don't see any fluff in here, so we'll get this off the desk. And this is what you got. I mean, they're kind of understated a little bit. You can see that, I mean, they got the little packaging. There is a little sticker here. A little bit of swag for you. They don't have a big gaudy leather patch. They don't have all that stuff. There is a little bit of, let me show you. I mean, you see this little tag right here? That's it. That's it. That's the only way you know this is their jean, short of opening them up. Stitch work on the back pocket looks like that. This is their 15-ounce Kuroki. Hope I'm saying that right. Stitch work, a little attention to detail. I don't know what they call that. It looks like like a fisherman hook or something like that. I mean, somebody needs to correct me on some of this stuff because, again, I don't know. But again, based in Portland, Oregon, Ship John brand. This is the Holcomb V2. And again, it's a Kuroki 15-ounce. So, cool things I love about the pair I'm wearing, and it is not the case in this pair. The pair I'm wearing was made with canvas pocket bags, a canvas fly, so that, like everything you're seeing right here on the buttons and around the fly was canvas. Excuse me. But again, just the brass hardware, it's so impressive, so impressive. Cool thing about this, and it's similar to those Skinner American Good jeans that I've been showing, but hopefully you can see if you can't see that. They use leather washers to back up their hardware, so you're making sure that your stuff's not going to pull through this 15-ounce fabric. I don't think it would, but it could. In this case, they're still using canvas pocket bags, but they're what is that, dark brown? They just didn't do the canvas fly. Like I said, I was really impressed with that fly. I'm not going to stand up and show you my fly right now because that's probably inappropriate. I don't want to get flagged on YouTube, but overall, again, the canvas pocket bags, that's a pretty cool touch. Let me make sure the back pockets are lined on the back side with that same canvas. So just ridiculously heavy made, and I can only speak to the fact, again, fabrics in the Japan fabric, made in the USA. Just the texture of this material is so impressive, and I will, like I said, I'll do some I'll figure out a way to post something where I'm showing this pair of jeans against the used pair of jeans that I got, and that way you can see that. But just like I said, just want to share a little bit because some of you guys have asked. Tell me something about these jeans that you wear. Roughly $240, $248. I think that's what the tag says on here, and that's what I paid. So yeah, they're not cheap, but if the ones I'm wearing are any indication, they will last. I mean, this is a 15-ounce good mid-weight fabric. Again, you know, when you can go get a pair of Levi's for 50 or 60 bucks, is this worth 3 or 4 of those? All day. So, all that being said, just wanted to show you guys. Y'all be blessed. I can't see anything wrong with these. I am gonna take them and get them hemmed professionally. You know, these come, I think, in 34-inch length, and but I am going to go get them. I am, you know, I like cuffing my jeans and stuff like that, but I think one of my favorite ways to wear them now is more appropriate to size, but just enough to cuff, you know, 1/2 inch or, you know, the bottom inch one time. That way it's not so chunky. So anyway, I'll upload this. You guys be blessed. Just wanted to show you this new unboxing from Ship John. Talk soon.